welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered what would happen if the sun came 100 million kilometers closer to Earth? Sounds a bit crazy, right? But today, we're going to explore this idea with a fun and simple science experiment. And we'll also break down the science behind it. Let's start by understanding the distance between the Earth and the sun. On average, the Earth is about 150 million kilometers away from the sun. This distance is just right to allow life to thrive on Earth. But what if the sun came 100 million kilometers closer? That would bring the sun to only 50 million kilometers away from Earth. Now, imagine how much hotter it would get if we were that much closer to the sun. In fact, scientists believe the Earth's surface temperature would dramatically increase. But how much hotter? Let's find out with a simple experiment. We'll do a basic experiment to simulate how temperature increases when the sun gets closer. For this, we're going to use a simple heat lamp, which will act as our sun. First, we're going to place a thermometer in front of the heat lamp, set it at a distance, and measure the temperature. Then, we'll gradually move the lamp closer to the thermometer, just like the sun getting closer to Earth. Alright, here we go. We'll start by placing the thermometer 50 centimeters away from the lamp, which is about the average distance for normal conditions. Right now, the temperature is at 23 degrees, which is pretty normal for room temperature. This is similar to how Earth feels with the sun at its regular distance. Now, let's simulate the sun moving 100 million kilometers closer. I'll move the heat lamp about 10 centimeters closer, just like if the sun were moving towards us. As we get closer, the heat intensifies. And this happens because the heat from the lamp, or the sun, is spread out over a larger area when it's farther away. But as we bring it closer, the energy is more concentrated. After just moving the lamp a little, we're already seeing the temperature rise to about 28 degrees. Imagine if the sun were 100 million kilometers closer. The temperature could skyrocket and Earth would likely become too hot to sustain life. So what's going on here? The sun emits heat and light, and the farther you are from it, the less energy you get. When the distance decreases, you receive more concentrated energy, which leads to higher temperatures. If the sun came 100 million kilometers closer, Earth's surface would heat up drastically. This could lead to massive changes in our environment, melting ice caps, rising sea levels, and even extreme weather patterns. In fact, it might make Earth uninhabitable for humans, plants, and animals. So, to sum it up, if the sun were 100 million kilometers closer to Earth, life as we know it would be in serious trouble. We'd be living in a much hotter world, and it could completely change everything on our planet. But luckily, we don't need to worry about that happening anytime soon. If you enjoyed this experiment and want to see more cool science videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching and stay curious.